I hate my mixed-race parents. My dad is black and my mom is white. I look really black while my older sister Kate looks more white. This one feature has affected my entire life. You see, despite my dad being black, he has extreme colorism against black people, while my mom is just straight up racist. To her, my dad is the only exception. Me and Kate are only 2 years apart, but growing up, our experiences were very different. Every birthday of hers was celebrated, not only with a cake, but also huge birthday blowouts every day for her entire birth week. Meanwhile, my birthday was just another day in the year. However, instead of soaking up all the attention and hating me as much as our parents did, Kate would always be kind to me when they weren't looking. On my 9th birthday, Kate knew our parents wouldn't do anything for me, so she asked them if she could celebrate her birthday on my day. Of course, they said yes, and when the day came, she let me choose who to invite. When it was time for the cake, Kate distracted my parents and brought them into another room so everyone could sing happy birthday for me. It was one of the happiest days of my life. Another time, when we got our report cards and she got all C's while I got B's, she knew my parents would likely wail on me for not getting A's. So while they were reading my report card, she begged them not to hurt me because she didn't like violence. So they ended up just pinching me a few times. So even though my parents basically saw me as a cotton picker, as they called me, I still felt lucky because Kate was always there. Until one day, when she turned her back on me. It was her 17th birthday. I woke up to the sound of not just my mom, not just my dad, but my entire family throwing all of my belongings into boxes. Your sister said all she wants for her birthday is her own room, sorry, is the first thing my dad said when I asked what was going on. My eyes widened, and I asked them where I was supposed to go, because there were no other rooms in the house. My mom chimed in, I don't know, you have phone numbers of friends and family, figure it out, darky. Tears filled my eyes, and I looked over at Kate, who refused to make eye contact with me. Her entire body was tense. It took almost half an hour of convincing before I finally believed it wasn't some weird prank. I immediately started to howl with a deep sadness, because the one thing I was holding on to, the one ally I had in the house, had abandoned me. And even as I curled into a ball and started to rock back and forth with a loneliness that I can't describe with words, they ignored me, just kept packing. By this point, my flight or fight kicked in. I numbed my emotions before walking out and calling the only other family member I trusted, my aunt, on my dad's side. After Kate's betrayal, I had no idea what she'd say, but she immediately said I could come over and stay for as long as I needed. I didn't eat breakfast that morning, didn't even give Kate her gift, just took the boxes, ordered an Uber, and left. But on the way there, Kate called me. I was filled with hate as I saw her name pop up on the screen but picked up anyway. I'm so sorry, please don't hate me. My eyebrows furrowed and I went completely silent. Are you alone right now? She asked. I told her yes. Kate didn't say anything else. She just turned on FaceTime and showed me a pregnancy test with 2 pink lines. It was hers. I gasped. Lily, I'm pregnant. I don't want to tell mom and dad yet because, well, you know how they can be. But I don't want you to be home when they find out. I thought back to the time when Kate came home with a hickey. My parents shouted at me for almost an hour, telling me how bad of an influence I was, how it was all my fault. So I understood. Kate, what can I do to help? I asked. She told me to ask for her help from our Aunt Bonnie. Suddenly I could hear my parents walking up the stairs singing happy birthday. So I hung up. My mind was spinning. A part of me was relieved that Kate was still my best friend, but mostly I was just worried, very worried. And when I got to my Aunt Bonnie's, my stomach twisted into a pretzel knot because she opened the door, gave me a huge smile, and hugged me super tight. I'm so happy you visited. I never told her what had happened, and clearly my parents didn't either. We were in the middle of polite introductory small talk when I just blurted it out. My parents are racist and my sister is pregnant. The second I said it, she laughed, thinking it was some sort of joke. And that's when I started bawling my eyes out. By this point, we had already taken in the boxes, so we went inside and she listened while I talked. I made her promise not to tell my parents, and she swore she wouldn't. The next hour consisted of me completely unloading everything. The racism, the favoritism, getting kicked out. She promised I would be safe with her, and held me while I cried myself to sleep. I didn't know it at the time, but Aunt Bonnie was about to make my parents pay. Me and Kate's lives were about to change forever. The rest of the full story is on my channel and linked below.